Well, without my knowledge, I see a lot of things just fucking popping up here and there, just like RWBY this, RWBY that. I'm like, the new season hasn't started yet, right? It takes a while for them to get the new season to start. Well, Volume 4 is out, and I missed Chapter 1, and I'm going into Chapter 2. But Chapter 1, this is the Chapter 1 review of RWBY. It is called The Next Step, and I am still fucking depressed from the finale of last season. I gave props and everything to that last season, but I'm still super, super sad that Pura is not here. And in this episode, she's still not here. There's no hints that she still might be alive. I mean, Jean is really carrying her kind of like her armor. They have new armor. He has new armor. He gets new armor, and it's the same material as Pura's. I think it's the same kind of sword and shield, but I'm just super depressed. What can I say? RWBY gets a little outfit upgrade, which is pretty. It looks good. It definitely suits her for her Team Junior. Now, Team Junior is consistent, of course, Nora, Ren, RWBY, Jean, and we see them fighting one of the demonic creatures, this big ass fucking beast that takes all their might, takes Jean's strategy to take them down. And as we saw, Beacon is gone. Now they got to go to, what is it, like Safe Haven or whatever, and that's where they're going to. And I think this episode really focused on things to come and like introducing more fucking characters for RWBY. I could barely remember most of their names. I barely remember Beacon, honestly, and it took me fucking 3 seasons, but finally we see Cinder, and Cinder is fucked up. Her eyes gone. She could barely talk. She needs her little wards to help her talk. We see Kaguya. It's fucking Kaguya. That bitch looks like Kaguya. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, even though I'm the captain now. Don't look at me and tell me with a straight face that does not resemble Kaguya from Naruto. I mean, RWBY borrows a lot of things from a lot of different medias, but what stands out is, of course, the action, and the comedy is still good. I mean, when RWBY saw Jean's sweatshirt and it was like a fucking bunny, and she was just cracking up so hard, and I love how her fucking face just blows up. I mean, that was great. I'm sensing we might get a RWBY and Jean romance later on down the road if they don't bring Pura back, but I think we all want Pura to come back. I think we all like that relationship that they established. But I'm glad we got to see a little bit of it looks like Ren's hair got a little bit longer. We got to see Nora, her new abilities. She was very kick-ass in this episode. We got to see Weiss. Still, remember, she went with her father. I mean, basically Team RWBY is broken up. Yang is fucked up. Fucking Blake, who the hell knows where Blake is right now. So overall, just it was really focused on RWBY, and I think next episode, because we see a little promo image that I might focus on, is definitely going to focus on Weiss. And this episode really just kind of focused on the upcoming villains that we're going to have. It focused on Team Junior. They're not called Junior. And then what their goal and where they're set their sights to. I'm very curious to see. I think Pure is still alive, honestly. I mean, I'm still hurt. Okay, I'm still hurt. Cinder is just, she wants revenge. I mean, I'm going to call her Kaguya until I remember her got the damn one that's running the show. Of course, they've taken over Beacon. She's assigned this one character who is absolutely over the top, and not in a good way. He's just way, way too over the top. He's like, like laughing every moment he gets. Like, that wasn't very good to me. I mean, I felt like tone it down a little bit. I mean, I know you're crazy, but just too over the top, and the way the actor played it was just kind of, it's like, that's too Batman and Robin for me, all right? But overall, the episode was solid. It was a solid groundwork to what's to come. I think we're all interested to see what's going to happen. I think RWBY, or RWBY, has been absolutely, it's a cult kind of phenomenon. I really love this series. I really like the series. I remember it took me so much effort to watch it because of the animation, but I think the animation is actually really, really good. But overall, the first step to greater or depressing things is a great step to. I mean, it was still. What I really did like though was how Jean, the team, still were telling jokes, or kind of like there's a lot of humor still in this episode. I think you do need some humor going forward because from the season finale. So it was great bringing in that humor back and letting us know, like, hey, just because it went to a dark, depressing route doesn't mean that we're staying there. These are still characters that you know and love. These are still characters that they're depressed. Jean is definitely depressed and he's keeping it inside, but they still are trying to move on. They're still trying to do the best they can. So great stuff. Thank you guys. I'm Dan Manic and Dan Sun. You can find more of my videos on my YouTube channel. Of course, I'm going to be reviewing RWBY now that I know it's out. Like the video if you like it. Comment below. Love to hear your guys' thoughts. I'm going to do a live reaction next episode because I do live reactions for RWBY. So thank you guys, and